Welcome to Speak English Podcast with Rory and Alex.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive, the place where we take on the confusing, the overwhelming, and distill it down to what you actually need to sound natural right now.
Today, we are diving deep into two words that are, they're tiny, but they carry so much weight in casual English conversation. Get and take.
Right, and if you listen to any native English speaker, anywhere on TV, in a meeting, you hear get constantly. You get a message, you get home, you get tired.
Get the impression, get sick.
Exactly. It's this ultimate linguistic shapeshifter, and for anyone trying to really gain fluency, the sheer number of meanings can feel completely paralyzing.
It is. It really is the single biggest barrier for so many intermediate speakers because they know it exists, but they just don't know which of its, 20 different uses applies in a given moment.
So that's our mission today, right?
That's our mission. We are going to cut through all of that noise, distill the essential difference between get and take, and give you the high-value expressions you need to start using them confidently, right away.
Okay, so let's unpack this with the core idea. The thing that can act as our safety net through this whole deep dive, it's all about action.
Precisely. We have a foundational rule here. In most contexts, the verb take suggests a more, let's say, active action.
Okay.
The subject is physically or mentally initiating the movement or the effort. Think of a sentence like, I take my medicine every morning. I'm actively doing that.
Okay, so take is me doing something, but then get is what?
Get usually shows a more passive action. Or maybe a better way to put it is a receiving action.
Oh, okay.
You are the recipient of the action or the result. So I get my paycheck at the end of the month. I'm receiving it. I'm not actively, printing it myself. That receiving versus doing is your first critical clue.
Got it. Okay, so before we map out the whole territory of get, we should probably touch on the grammar, shouldn't we?
We should, just briefly. They're both irregular verbs. For get, the past simple is got. Now, this is where it gets a little regional with the past participle.
Right, the whole got versus gotten thing.
Exactly. Standard British English will typically use got. North American English, on the other hand, overwhelmingly favors gotten.
And that style point really highlights the whole purpose of get, doesn't it? It's simple, it's natural, it's the everyday choice, it's a shortcut.
It really is. It's used everywhere in informal English, basically acting as a stand-in for more formal verbs like receive, become, or arrive.
Which leads to a really important warning, though.
A critical caveat, yeah.
Yeah.
Because get is so informal, while it's perfect for a chat like this, you want to avoid overusing it if you're writing, say, a formal report or a professional email.
Right, you'd sound a little too casual.
You would. In that case, you'd want to opt for more precise language. You'd say receive or obtain instead of get. Just a quick way to polish up your formal style.
Okay, so let's dive into those core meanings of get. When you hear it, what formal verb is it most likely replacing? The first one feels pretty straightforward. To receive.
It is. This covers, incoming information, objects, even physical things like I got an email from my manager last night.
Right, you received it. Or I got a birthday gift.
Exactly. You can even use it for something environmental, like my office gets very little sunshine. It receives very little sunshine.
Simple enough. Okay, what about the second big meaning?
This one is a synonym for to obtain or to buy. This is about you taking possession of something, usually through effort or, money.
So I got a new phone last week. I bought it.
Perfect. Or I got a new job. I obtained it. It could even be as simple as, getting a cookie from the cookie jar.
Hold on, though. If I say I got a new job, I had to actively apply for it, right? I interviewed. I had to convince them. Doesn't that sort of contradict the idea that get is passive?
That is a fantastic question, and it shows the nuance here.
Yeah.
So even though you put in all that active effort to apply, the result, the job offer itself, is something you received.
Oh, I see.
So the focus of the word shifts from the effort, which was active, to the result, which was received. It's subtle, but it's key.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So third essential meaning.
This one is crucial for just daily conversation.
Yeah.
To arrive, we use this constantly when we're talking about moving to a location. What time did you get to the office?
Or I'll call you when I get there.
Exactly.
Now, here is a classic trap that I see learners fall into all the time. When get means arrive, it's usually followed by to. Get to the restaurant, get to the city.
Right.
But there is one massive, huge exception that you just have to memorize. Get home.
Yes.
When you use home, you drop the to. You just say, what time did you get home? Adding to there instantly flags you as a non-native speaker. It's a small thing, but a big deal.
It really is. And speaking of movement, get is fantastic because it shows movement not just across physical space, but across states of being. This is its second major function, indicating change, process, or evolution.
Ah, so basically replacing the verb become.
Pretty much. It's just much more common and natural sounding.
And you see this everywhere, describing all the shifts in our lives. It's often used with adjectives, right?
Exactly. We use get to talk about changing conditions. You get sick, you get dressed, you get married, you get lost. All of these show a shift from one state to another. You weren't sick, now you got sick.
And what I love about this is how well it captures progress, that ongoing change, especially with comparative adjectives.
Yes, if you feel that gradual movement toward a state, you use get. Instead of saying something formal like, I am becoming tired, you just say,
I'm getting tired.
right, or, describing the world around you, it's getting dark, or the weather's getting hotter. It shows that process of becoming right in action.
And it applies to illness, too. Like, I think I'm getting a headache.
I'm getting a cold, or I got the flu last winter. Perfect.
Okay, let's talk about two really conversational uses that you just need for natural interactions. The first one is meaning number 4. To understand.
This one's great. It's the quick, friendly, universal way to confirm if someone is on the same page as you.
Instead of a long, awkward, do you comprehend my explanation?
You just ask, do you get it? Or if you're confused, I didn't get the joke, or I just don't get why people do that. It is the casual key to talking about comprehension.
So useful. And the fifth meaning is a great way to talk about a special chance or privilege. It's the structure, get to do something.
Yeah, meaning you have an opportunity. And it's almost always positive. While we were in Boston, we got to see some old friends.
You had that special chance.
Right. Or looking at, say, life advantages. If you have a lot of money, you get to travel all over the world. It expresses that opportunity so concisely.
Okay, let's try to clarify how get and take interact around movement, because this is where they can get a little messy.
They absolutely can. And they overlap when we talk about transport. Now, while take is technically correct for all forms of transport, I took the bus, get is often used really informally to mean taking public transport.
So you might hear, we get a bus to the airport.
Or, shall we get a taxi? It often implies the act of, like, hailing it or obtaining the ride.
But, and this is a big but, take is still the better choice, the more common choice when you're talking about how long the journey was.
Exactly. Or if you're using your own car, you'd say, it took me 20 minutes to drive here. You wouldn't say, it got me.
Right? Or, I take the train to work every day. That's the routine, the active choice.
We also use get to mean bring or fetch. This is where you go and retrieve something for someone else. And the sentence usually has two objects.
For example, I could ask, can you get me my phone, please? Me is the first object, my phone is the second.
Perfect. You're asking someone to go, receive the object, and bring it to you. Or, I got you some books from the library.
Okay, now we have to cover the phrasal verbs for entering and exiting vehicles. This is a classic point of confusion.
It is, but there's a great little visualization for this.
Let's hear it.
Okay, think about how you enter the vehicle. If you have to kind of crouch down to enter it, you use get in and get out of.
So a car or a taxi.
Exactly. But if you can stand up inside it or on its platform, like a big bus, a train, a plane, you get on and get off.
Ah, because you stand on the platform of the train or you step on the deck of the plane.
That's the mental shortcut. And of
Yeah.
course, the basics still apply. Get up for waking up or standing, and get down to lower yourself.
Now we're at the section that I think is the most satisfying, because it shows the real power of get as a conversational tool. It replaces these formal grammar structures and just instantly makes you sound more natural. Let's start with the passive voice.
Right. We all learn the passive voice with the verb be plus the past participle. The window was broken.
Very formal, like a police report.
Exactly. But when we're just talking, get often replaces be. So instead we'd say, the window got broken. Or, listen to how much friendlier this sounds. Kathy got promoted yesterday.
Compared to Kathy was promoted yesterday, it sounds like a press release.
Right. He got arrested. She got fired. It immediately sounds like someone's telling you a piece of news, not reading a report. It's a huge shift in tone.
It really is. Okay, what's the second big trick?
The second trick is what I like to call the paid service trick. This is for when you're arranging for a professional to do a service for you.
Okay.
We use the structure. Get plus object plus past participle.
This is so essential. It shows you're paying for something to be done to an object you own. Give us some examples because this is everywhere.
Think about all the maintenance in your life. I need to get my car fixed. You're paying a mechanic. We get our oil changed every few months. I get my teeth cleaned twice a year.
So you're arranging it, you're not doing it yourself.
Not doing it yourself. Get concisely conveys that whole arrangement.
And it also has a kind of a darker, more negative use with the same structure.
It does. We use it to describe a negative experience that happened to us, even if we didn't arrange for it. It's a passive way of describing misfortune.
So, like, we got our fan broken into last night.
Exactly. You didn't arrange for that, but you were the recipient of that really unfortunate action.
Wow. Okay, now that we've explored the huge, sprawling territory of get, let's refocus and give take its proper due. Because it's the active workhorse here.
That's right. Let's reinforce those primary actions of take. Action 1 is just literal carrying or moving. You are picking something up and actively transporting it from A to B. Take this book to your dad.
Simple. Action 2. Going with someone, actively accompanying them. My parents took me to the shopping mall. They initiated it. They guided the journey.
Action 3. Choosing, accepting, or buying. This is an active mental decision, usually in a store or a negotiation.
So if a server offers you options, you say, I'll take the blue one.
I'll take that one. Or she took the job offer instantly. It's an active choice.
And there's that negative side we touched on. Take can imply stealing, which is always bad. He took her phone. Sounds very different from he borrowed her phone.
It does. But where take really stands apart from get is in the abstract, specifically time and effort.
Ah, yes. You can't use get for this at all.
Not at all. You actively assume control of time or a duty. This project will take 3 months. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
Or, I have to take a test next week.
Exactly. These all involve active effort, calculation, or duration. That's take's domain.
Okay, we've given you the rules, the grammar, the structure, but for real fluency, you need the fixed phrases, the shortcuts that make you sound fast and natural.
Yes, the collocations. Let's start with some essential ones for take. These are words that just live together. Take a break.
Take a look at this. Take notes.
And the vital one, take action. You have to proactively do something.
And for get, the list is even longer for daily life. Get some rest, get promoted, or on the other side, get fired.
Crucially, get along. That means to have a good relationship. I don't get along with my new boss.
Right. And get the impression to form an opinion. And we have some really useful phrasal verbs, too.
We do. Get back, which means to return home. Get together is to meet socially.
And the essential one for moving past a difficult time, get over something.
Yes. To feel better after an illness or a breakup or a failure, it took him a long time to get over it.
Finally, let's hit 2 fantastic idioms for casual use. The first is, get your act together.
It means to become organized or behave responsibly. We often use it when we're frustrated with someone.
Yeah.
He needs to stop waiting and just get his act together.
And my personal favorite for when I'm annoyed, get on somebody's nerves.
That constant clicking sound is really getting on my nerves.
Exactly. And of course, the definitive term for disposal, get rid of something, meaning to throw it away or remove it for good.
So what does this all mean for you listening? The key takeaway here is that get is like the Swiss Army knife of English verbs. It's short, it's friendly, it's the ultimate substitute.
The secret isn't memorizing all 30 definitions, is it? It's about recognizing the situation.
It's totally about the context. The word get is simply there to make communication faster and more informal. When in doubt, if you're trying to sound casual and the action is about receiving or becoming or arranging a service,
Get is probably your safest bet.
it is. It's fine to make mistakes. That's how you get better.
And here is your final challenge, something to chew on after this. Since get replaces dozens of more formal verbs, the next time you hear it in a conversation, don't just register the word get. Try to identify which formal verb it's secretly standing in for. Is it receive? Is it become, bring, arrange? Identifying that subtle substitution is the real secret to getting a feel for how to use it yourself.
That kind of active listening is how you really cement the knowledge. It's a great exercise.
That's it for this deep dive. We hope you got everything we talked about today and are ready to start taking some risks with your English.
See you next time.